Okay, so hi to everyone. Here's back to more money saving and practical tips for living ethically on a budget. We're still on the subject of cooking and food. So here I'm going to show you about slow cookers. Okay, so just see if I can turn the camera around. I don't think I can actually. No, so do it this way. Ooh. So this is, if I can get it focused. Oh, I'm not used to controlling this at all. Okay, this is my slow cooker. Now, I'm just single, so I did have a big Morphy Richards slow cooker, which is great because it's an ethical brand. It's done me very well, but it was massive. So it would cook like too many portions really for me, because then it would take all the portions would take up all the freezer space. And it's too much of the same meal for one person. If you've got a family and a massive freezer, or even a big family, and your food's all going to be gone after 2 meals because you've got 6 people eating, then the big Morphy Richards is great. So I actually gave that to a friend who's got a big family, and she's making good use of it. So this is mine. So that does about 4 portions. So that's great, because I can eat one, freeze free, and then there's still room in the freezer for different meal options. Obviously it saves for quite a long time. So the good advantage of using a slow cooker is if you're trying to eat ethically, what you can do is you can use dried beans. Obviously you need to be able to buy them. I've got a good local supply again where you can refill your own jars, which saves a lot of money. So I think these are only about £2 for the whole lot. So if I was making a meal, I'd say just over half of those chickpeas would go in the slow cooker. Also, there's some different kinds of legumes. So these are pie lentils. Those do great as well. And the advantage of the slow cooker is you don't have to soak these overnight, because you can cook them on low or even high for 5-6 hours, and that softens them, and then they're great. And the slow cooker is very low energy to run. And really it's quite a lot less hassle because you just shove everything in pretty much. You've also got the option of mung beans. Now, when I've read up about mung beans, it doesn't say you have to do this, but I ate these once and I got quite dizzy. Now, I could have just been coming down with a flu, but with kidney beans, because there's something in the shell with the dried ones, you actually have to boil them on a stove for about 10 minutes to destroy that toxin, and then you can put them in the slow cooker. So just because I had that problem, the same dizziness and nausea you can get with kidney beans, I was actually using kidney beans without realising that I never had a problem. But you are supposed to do that. Then I'll probably do it with a mung, though I've not found anything saying that you have to. I don't know, I'm going to boil them next time because I don't fancy feeling sick, but I think I did have a dodgy ear. So that's that. Again, you're saving loads of money. And then, you can buy fair trade spices in bulk. So I bought these. I don't know if that company's still running. That's a really massive, it's 250 grams. Fair trade ginger. This is garam masala from Unicorn. It's not actually fair trade, but they are a cooperative, so you kind of hope it's ethical. Coriander. This is made in the UK. Big bulk, 100 grams there. So it's not very expensive. I'd say it's only about probably about £2 max up. I can't quite remember the exact price. I love the Lucy B turmeric's fair trade. This is about £4, but it's 250 grams. So you only have about in one of them, if you're making a chickpea curry, tablespoon. So you do kind of need some measuring spoons, I'd say, if you're cooking with a slow cooker. Also, so I tend to make quite a lot of Indian dishes, just because of my roots and stuff. This is Lucy B cream coconut. So this is like condensed stuff. So it's like coconut cream. So this does quite a lot. So let me just have a read. So it says, I think you put like a tablespoon in, so 40 grams is the same as a tin of coconut milk, and this is 500 grams, so that's a lot of portions. So I tend to put about 2-3 tablespoons of that in. When you open it, I don't know if I can do this with one hand. Let me just put this down a mo. when you open this, it's not so obvious with this one, you can't really see, but when you can see there's a bit of oil on top. Now they say heat it in a big bowl of hot water, so you put that like in a water basin. I found doesn't work, takes ages. Maybe that works in like USA or somewhere, but that just takes ages. So I just kind of use a good strong serving spoon, dessert spoon, and carve down. So you go down through the few centimeters of coconut oil, and then you get, you can use a bit of the oil, the flesh from underneath. So it's quite a good way to do it. The only problem is if you're too vicious with the jar, as I was when I tried to make some chocolate and truffles. I actually broke the bottom of the jar, and then obviously, you don't want food with glass in. So anyway, that's all good tips. So slow cooker, I'll put underneath, if I'm able, in comments some of the common recipes I do with a slow cooker. That's a great money saver. And again, if you use the dried peas, so it's 2 or 3 times cheaper than the cans of the organic and fair trade beans. And again, it's very quick to make. You've not got the can for waste, because even though it's recyclable, it's still, it's less junk. Yeah, great idea. Okay, thanks.